Carbon capture and storage has been identified by EU leaders as an essential tool for decarbonising our economy. However, 5 years after the introduction of a legal framework for the development of CCS, and despite political and financial support, the EU is lagging behind the rest of the world.
CCS is most certainly an essential tool in decarbonising the economy. All of the indications from all of the analysis point to the fact that we will continue to use fossil fuels as part of our energy mix going forward.
For all the investments we're making in renewable energy, coal and gas remain at the very heart of the world's electricity production. I think if we want to decarbonise our electricity generation, there has to be a significant role for carbon capture and storage.
CCS may or may not be an essential part of the response to the climate change situation. We don't know yet because it's not been demonstrated.
We would like to see the demonstration of the capture technology in practice, and we have some experience in that area, small scale in Europe.
If you go around the world, it is important to note that there are demonstration plants at scale in the United States and in Australia.
There is no economic rationale for investing in carbon capture and storage other than preventing the emission of carbon dioxide into the atmosphere. So there has to be a financial mechanism put in place to support companies that want to make this investment.
Costs society as a whole more to decarbonise without carbon capture storage. It may cost up to $1 trillion more.
The long-term costs suggest that CCS will be cheaper than subsidising the development of offshore wind, and much, much cheaper than the cost of developing solar energy, particularly in the north parts of Europe where the sun doesn't shine so much.
If you look at the electricity sector, then we did some calculations. If you actually remove CCS as a tool for decarbonizing the electricity sector, then the total cost actually would rise significantly by over 40%.
Whether the pricing mechanism is a direct one or an indirect one, it's still energy consumers that will pay for the pollution control technologies.
How that's done, there's all sorts of different ways, and it can go through, it can come through government taxes if you like. But one way or another, the producers have got to be subsidised. Otherwise, it's not going to happen. But there is a problem of public acceptance. I think the public is quite prepared to have an inflammable gas like methane underneath their feet, but at the moment is not prepared to have an inert gas like CO2, even though they drink it in their beer and Coke.
At the end of the day, this will have to be a political framework that will be put in place, and governments will have to make the decision to do that, and they are the best people to communicate with their citizens and voters.
We have to re-establish political will. The leading politicians in recent years have set aside the climate change problem. That's a mistake. The longer we leave it, the more difficult it will be to catch up, and the more expensive it will be to catch up.
There is no other option other than CCS in terms of taking carbon dioxide out of the atmosphere if we are to achieve our climate objectives.
We asked our debate audience, is the EU moving fast enough in the deployment of CCS? What are the prospects of future development of CCS in Europe? And what are the possible implications for EU climate and energy policy? Have your say at commentvisions.com, on LinkedIn and via Twitter.